All right, so get ready because we're doing a deep dive into English vocab. And, all thanks to this YouTube video someone sent
Oh,
in
cool.
called Learn English with Podcast Conversation, Season 1, Episode 2.
Okay.
But we're calling it a deep dive, of course. It's
Right.
all about, imagine you're getting ready for something big,
Mm-hmm.
a big event like a wedding or something, and you spill something on your best outfit.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do?
You're like, oh, thank God the dry cleaners is still open.
Right. And thank God it's so interesting because so many people say that even if they're not religious.
Oh, that's true.
It's like they're not actually thanking God. It's just like a phrase to show relief or joy.
That's so true. It's like you can see how language changes over time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like dry clean itself, some people listening might not even know what that is.
Yeah.
Like, what is dry cleaning?
It's not just like extra strength laundry detergent, right?
Right. It's special chemicals and machines and stuff for clothes. You can't just wash normally.
It's like my wool coat.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't imagine putting that in the washing machine and be like doll-sized after.
Totally. So it's all about keeping those delicate fabrics safe.
And then, of course, the reason anyone goes to the dry cleaners is because of stains.
Ah, stains.
Stains. They're the worst. And you can use the word stain in so many ways.
Yeah, like how...
Well, you can have a coffee stain on your shirt.
Uh-huh.
Your shirt could be stained.
Okay.
Or you could stain something yourself.
Wow. It really is like a chameleon word.
It is. And it's not just for like physical things either.
What do you...
Like you can stain your reputation.
Oh, right. Like you did something bad and it's like a stain.
Exactly. It's like something bad or wrong that stays with you, even if it's not physical.
I like that.
And speaking of stains, this video mentioned wine stains.
Oh, yeah.
Like red wine, the worst.
Red wine is really bad for stains.
I went to a party once and spilled red wine all over myself.
Oh, no.
It was so bad.
Did the drag cleaners get it out?
They did, but it was expensive.
I bet. And stains happen because of spills.
Yeah.
It's funny how spill sounds so different from spell.
I know, it's that short I sound.
Yeah. English learners always mix those up.
They do, and spill. It's always an accident. You don't mean to spill something.
Right, like it just happens suddenly.
Exactly. It's not like when you pour something.
Which is on purpose.
Yes, exactly.
So even simple words have a lot of meaning behind them.
I know. It's like each word is a deep dive in itself.
That's true.
But, okay, so let's say our clothes are cleaned.
Right.
Then you've got to iron them to get the wrinkles out.
Right, to iron your clothes.
My grandma used to iron all the time.
Oh, yeah.
She had a whole system with a water spray and everything.
It can be very satisfying to iron.
It was like a ritual.
And in some cultures, ironing is super important.
Yeah, like if you don't have a crisp ironed shirt,
Exactly. It could seem unprofessional.
it's like ironing out the wrinkles.
Yeah.
Not just on your clothes, but in life
Oh, I like that.
to fix your problems.
Exactly.
And what about starch?
Oh, yeah, starch.
Like a starched collar.
Yes, starch is the thing they use to make fabric all stiff.
Like in those old movies.
Yeah, and the word starch actually comes from an old English word stiff, which means stiff or strong.
Huh. I never knew that.
So much history in one little word.
It's like all these words have a secret past.
It's true.
Language is amazing.
It really is, and it makes learning so much fun.
Well, I think we've ironed out this part of our deep dive so far.
Uh-huh, good one.
We've covered dry clean, stain, spill, iron, and even starch.
That's amazing how much we've learned.
I know, and we've still got more to go in this deep dive, so stay with us.
Definitely. Okay, so we're back, and let's look at some more, phrases.
Yeah.
Like when the customer said, "Thank God you're open."
Right.
I bet they were so relieved.
They're definitely panicking. I've been there.
Yeah, and it's interesting how we say, "Thank God,"
Mhm.
even when, maybe we're not religious.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I say that all the time.
It's just become like a normal way to show you're happy or relieved or grateful.
Exactly. It's not really about religion anymore.
I wonder if other languages have phrases like that.
Oh, that's a good question.
Like something that used to mean one specific thing, but now means something different.
Because language always changes.
Exactly.
That would be a cool deep dive, actually.
Right.
And, what about ASAP?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Do you say ASAP or ASAP?
I think I say both.
Me too.
It's funny how you can say it either way.
Yeah, but it always means the same thing.
You got to do it fast.
Right now, if possible.
It's like the motto of our modern life.
Totally. Like at work, it's always, I need that report, ASAP.
Uh-huh. We're all in such a hurry.
I know, but then the video said the end of the week.
Oh, right. That's so different.
It's like, okay, relax.
Take your time.
Yeah, it's not urgent anymore.
And it's interesting how we use the word end.
Like how?
Well, end of the day or end of the month, even end of an era.
It always means something is finished.
It's like a closing point, but also a beginning.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Like one thing ends and something new can start.
I like that a lot.
So it's not just an ending, it's a transition.
Hmm.
But okay, I think we're getting to the end of our own little deep dive here.
Oh, yeah. Time flies when you're having fun.
We started with just a trip to the dry cleaners.
And now we're talking about all sorts of things.
I know, it's amazing how much you can learn from just a simple conversation.
It is. And we learned about culture and time and even history.
Right.
But before we totally wrap things up,
Okay.
I wanted to go back to something you said about ironing.
Oh.
You mentioned it's important in some cultures.
Mm.
And the customer in the video, they said they're not good at ironing.
Right. They were struggling with it.
So I was thinking even something like ironing can have different meanings.
Yeah.
Depending on where you come from.
Oh, that's so true.
Like in some cultures, it's just a chore.
Right. You have to do it.
But in other cultures, it's like a sign of respect.
Yeah, you iron your clothes to show you care.
Exactly. It's not just about wrinkles.
So language isn't just about words. It's about culture, too.
That's a good point. It's like learning a language opens up a whole new world.
I think so, too.
You learn about different ways of life.
Exactly, and different ways of thinking.
I love that. I know it's crazy, right? We started with dry cleaning, and now we're talking about, like, global culture.
It's true. Language is a powerful thing.
It is. But before we totally wrap up, I had one more thought.
Okay, what's up?
You mentioned earlier how dry cleaning uses special chemicals.
Yeah, instead of water.
So is that, like, bad for the environment?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, is dry cleaning eco-friendly?
Well, it depends.
On what?
Well, traditionally, they used a chemical called perc, short for perchloroethylene,
Oh, okay.
and that can be harmful.
To people and the planet?
Yeah, but the good news is
What?
there are more eco-friendly options now.
Oh, really?
Some places use different solvents that are less toxic.
So it's like greener dry cleaning.
Exactly. And some places are even using water-based methods.
Wow, so there are choices.
There are. And as consumers, we can choose those options.
Like, actually look for eco-friendly dry cleaners.
Yeah. And ask questions. You know?
Like, what chemicals are you using?
Exactly. We have the power to make a difference.
That's true. It's like even with our clothes, we can be mindful of the environment.
I think so, too. It's about making conscious choices.
I like that. And speaking of choices, I think we've reached the end of our deep dives today.
Already.
Time flies.
It really does. But we covered a lot.
We did. We talked about English vocab, of course, but also like culture and time.
And even a little bit about the environment.
I know. It all started with a simple trip to the dry cleaners.
It's amazing what you can learn from everyday life.
That's so true. And, you know, language is all around us.
Exactly. There's always something new to discover.
So keep learning.
Keep exploring.
And keep having fun with language.
That's the most important part.
I think so, too. Well, that's it for this deep dive.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Until next time, keep those linguistic muscles flexed, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.